So happy to see everybody here, and thanks for coming out on a really cold night and enjoying my universe. We have a special treat tonight, a little addition to the usual opening. I decided that I thought it would be a really great idea to do a reading or performance. I've been attending some of my friends' galleries, Geraldine from the Atelier, and she's had artists read poetry, and I thought it was really intriguing, and I love that I just like that interaction and mixing the verbal word with the visual. And since we're in a library, it's extremely appropriate. So part of the reason of why I want to do the reading and show you some other images was the real catalyst for the show here. I have one of my students, an up-and-coming photographer, Sam Adler, had a show here before. She had a beautiful show, was so kind enough to mention to the curate that I was an artist, and he said, let's do the show here. So I thought it would be great. Unfortunately, that was in November, and the space to do the time frame was January. I was like, oh my gosh, a month to do, this big space, how am I going to do it? Especially when I'm working in really tiny little pieces. So I really originally wanted to put up this other body of work that was from the original series, Mind the Gap. It was called Tribal Love Opera. And those pieces were a little too, well, I'm going to say they were on the edge. They're a little racy. You'll see some of the images in the talk that Noel's going to do. But since we couldn't put them up full time, I thought it would be nice to be able to show them on a slideshow. And in doing the slideshow, I thought it would be great if it could be narrated and collaborate with that. And part of that, I wanted to match some words to it. So I asked my daughter if she would like to do a reading. And I was going to find something for her to read to match with the words, but as it turns out, she had this amazing poetry, I thought, that matched it really well and conjured up the same kind of images from the unconscious and from the dream state. And since it went so well together, I thought it would be a great way to show them. The interesting thing about it is that those pieces from the tribal love opera, Birth, Love, Loss, and Death, were the catalyst for my work was from birth, from the birth of my children. The catalyst for my daughter's work was from the death of her grandfather, and it started writing her poetry. And so it's kind of an interesting thing, and it's really about what is between the, what is in between the past and the future is all of the things that you don't see in the gap. And that's what we're going to present. Tell me the title of your work. It's from Only My Pillow Knows.
What My Pillow Only Knows.
What My Pillow Only Knows is the title of a compilation of her poetry, but she's first going to read a poem. It was requested, and it is a piece about her grandfather. He recently passed away last year, and actually would have had a birthday in January. So it's something that started out her your words and get you off on the page and expressing yourself, and I was able to match something with that visually. So that's what we're going to do. So please welcome Noel, Renee, her spontaneous reading.
So it's not an experiment. We're doing it old school with a slide projector instead of the PowerPoint thing. So just like go for it. We'll see what happens, right?
Stories told of a young man, stories told of an old man. The room to the left, the stairs straight ahead. Creeping up the stairs, my eyes float to the back of my head like a current pulling water. Your eyes piercing blue, but always soft. Your face full of joy and hope. I knew you needed me. I knew you needed to be held. The courage I lacked, the maturity I wish I had. I wonder if you miss me. I wonder how I miss someone I never knew. I wonder how life would be like if we shared just one conversation. Gone like a gust of wind against a sail, you'll forever be a spirit traveling like a ripple through water. My love for you sings on with your soul. Stories told of a young man, stories told of an old man. Your stories I will keep with me. Misty eyes see under the white cotton covering ivory bones. Unclear as I watch my lungs expand, air trickles down and fills my body with relief. Oxygen flooding my brain, down my spine, and through my legs. Suddenly, limbs floating, I let go. With one heaving breath, I let go. Clear eyes see me, all that is left is me. Sunrise peering over my fingers, grasping the sheets I lay upon. I feel the cold imprint of your body that once was. Looking down as my torso glows gold over the fairest of skin. Cold hands cutting the gold. I feel the imprint growing deeper, burning, yearning to feel alive. I scream because I can. Do you hear me? Can you hear me? Your venom spreads behind my eyes, infects my vision. Blind. Tartness lingers in my gums long after the sting wears away. Your words, no words, infect me, change me. These words will change you. Holding on, I only have myself. I'm not alone, but an empty body lacking the blues and reds of the living. The water suffers as it's sucked back into my eye sockets. Breath thick and moist, my brain, my eyes are clouded. In darkness, silence speaks more than words can uncover. Skin and bones intertwined, not like that of barbed wire, tangled gently like a silk thread through a cashmere cloth. Energy like a rough yellow thread in disguise, pulling, tearing through the two hearts beating separately, thirsting to stop the silence, stop the torment bubbling under skin-wrapped souls. clouds are too high to feel this low. The strength of blood rushing to a beating heart should be enough to feel alive. I crave more than blood and earth. Wind off waves may settle some. The rush of reds, blues, greens mesh to settle some. I'd ask for something greater if the stars above landed in my lap. And I want to wear the sun in my golden hair and watch everyone stare. With every inhale, these teeth will bite down. With every exhale, this mouth will blow you away. Eyes on me. Why are eyes always on me? I watch my cold breath. I feel my insides freeze. The heat of the lights melt my flaws, melt away my mask, melting to reveal me. If eyes are the windows to our souls, you could see my real beating heart. If you only knew what I see, you might understand the chaos of this dreamer. If you only knew what I see, you might understand what my pillow only knows.